Hello guys, so in this video we are going to see this particular problem, maximum score of spliced array. So let's go to the question quickly and then we will see like how to approach this particular problem. It's an easy one, but we just need a few intuitions. Okay, so let's go. Here it is saying like you are given a two zero index integer array, nums1 and nums2, both of length n. Okay, so both of them have the same length. Okay, you can choose two integers left and right, where 0 is less than equals to left and less than equals to right. It means that left should be greater than equals to 0, less than equals to right, and right should be greater than equals to left and n, and less than equals to n, less than n. And swap the sub array of nums1 and nums2. Okay, so here they have given an example. So we have suppose 5 elements here and 5 elements here. So we can pick up any two numbers left and right, and we have to go to both the arrays nums1 and nums2, and we have to swap the elements present in those sub array. And then after swapping, so the numbers or the final array that we are getting, we have to take the sum of this and the sum of this, and then we have to see which is the maximum sum, and we have to return that maximum value. So basically what it is saying is we have to return the sum of the final array that is found after we swap some sub array in between these two nums1 and nums2. So let's see an example and things will become more clear. So if you see here, 60 60 60 is the first array and 10 90 10 is the second array. So if we swap this 60 with this 90, then basically the final array that will be formed is 60 90 60. So if you can see here, and the other array will be 10 60 10. So if we take out the sum of both the arrays, this will be like 210 and this will be 80. So maximum of those is 210. If we replace or exchange any other sub array sum in between these two, you won't get a number greater than 210. So this is basically what we need to return. So let's see how we can proceed, or what is the intuition behind it. So first see here, when it is saying like you can swap any of the sub array from num1 and num2 with each other, it basically means is, you can understand it this way, that you can take any sub array from this number 2 and put it in number 1, and then find out whether we have got increased in the value of number 1 or not. If we have got the increased value, then we are good. We have to record that as like what is the maximum value that we have got. So this is the first case. Pick up any sub array from number 2, put it in number 1, replace that particular sub array in number 1 and get the sum. If you can get the maximum one, record it and do the same thing in the opposite direction. What I mean is, take any sub array from num1 and replace that in num2, and then take out the sum of num2 and then see what the maximum value that we are getting. So once we get the values, maximum value from these two conditions, like replacing sub array from nums2 to nums1 and replacing the sub array from nums1 to nums2, we can get the final value. So let's see how we can get this. So one of the brute force approaches, you go and take sum of every sub array, replace it here, take out the sum, and then proceed. But that's like the time complexity will be out of range. Okay, we'll get time limit exceeded. So let's see how I got the intuition. So suppose this is the first array. Okay, this is the first array that we have, and this is the second array we have. If we want to replace some sub array from the second array into the first array, should we replace it or not? So okay, so that should be the condition. So and after replacing, we are sure like we have to get a maximum value. Okay, it should not be like if we replace this A B C with D E F, the resultant should not be less. Okay, the result of the whole sum of the array should not be less. Otherwise we cannot we should not replace it, right? That's what is said here. We can do it either once or do not do anything. Yeah, if you see the question. Okay, so let's see. So if we are going to replace it, what's going to be the next sum? So suppose the original sum was something, and if we replace it, then the final sum will be an extra of this, right? A plus B plus C minus D plus E plus F. Now suppose A plus B plus C is greater than D plus E plus F, then we are good. We can replace it, and the final sum will be whatever the extra this temp sum we have. Okay. Now we can write this particular expression in a different way. We can write it like this: A minus D, B minus A, C minus. Basically, the difference of each of the elements in both the arrays as same index. Okay, now when we write it in this way, it automatically clicks that if we suppose merge these two array and find out the difference of num1 minus num2, then we'll get some array with elements looking like this. Okay, now if we can maximize any of the sub array in this new array which has maximum sum, that means we have got the range of sub array by which if we replace from the second one into the first one, we will get maximum sum of the sub array. It means that this temp sum will be maximum, and that's what we need, right? So basically this is what we are going to do. We have our num1 array here, okay, and we have our num2 array here. Now what we are going to do, we are going to subtract num2 from num1, and we'll get our final array, that is new array, something like this. Now what we have to do, we have to just apply cadence algorithm, and we have to find what is the maximum sum sub array in this particular new array. So once you get the maximum sum sub array, it means that that is what we have to add extra into the num1, and then we can get the maximum value that we can get after replacing elements from num1 with elements from num2. Okay, so just that. And the second time what we are going to do, we are just going to reverse this, that is we are going to do something like this. We are going to replace the elements in num2 with elements in num1. So like this, we are going to do this will be d minus a and something like that. Okay, got my point, right? Basically d minus a, e minus b, and c minus f minus c, and here e minus b. So basically similarly this will also be changed, like just the negative of whatever we have earlier new array, just have to take the negative of those, and then we have to again find the cadence algorithm, and then we have to add that extra sum into nums2. So after adding that extra one, we will get two values, sum1 and sum2, and now we have to just get the maximum of these two, and that's it. That will be our answer. So let's see the code once, and I think that will be that will make things more clear. So if you see this, okay, yeah, so we have initially taken out the length of the array. We will create a new array, and this new array will be like nums2 minus nums1. Okay, initially, like we are replacing, we want to replace whatever values are present in nums1 with nums2. So basically when we pick an element from nums2 into nums1, we have to add something, right? So that we can get an increased sum. So what we are going to do, we have replaced we have populated this new array with the difference, and then we have just find the maximum sum sub array of this new array. So it's just like a typical cadence algorithm, and that maximum we can replace. This sum1 is the original sum of this nums1 array, and then we have got this two value, and then we are what we are doing, we are just replacing the elements of this num array with their negatives, because we are now want to calculate nums1 minus nums2. Okay, just that. So you can either do that nums1 I minus nums2 I, or just you can take the negative value. That's it. So we have done that, and now the second time we are again repeating the same thing just for the nums2 array. Okay, so again we are going to find the cadence using a cadence. We are going to find the sum of the maximum sum sub array, and then sum2 is the sum of the nums2 array, original nums2 array. Then we are simply going to return the sum1 of max and sum2 of sum2 plus max2. So whichever is the maximum, that is our answer. So let me try to submit this, and we'll see. Yeah, so the solution is submitted, and like is faster than 100% of the Java solutions. So basically that's it. There's nothing much in the problem. We just have to figure out like how this cadence algorithm can be applied, and that's pretty much it. And this code you can find in the description of the video, so I'll put a link of it. And do like the video, comment it if you didn't understand anything, and I'll try to help you out. Thank you so much. Bye.